Today was the best day ever. This is Cute Doll. Just search for Cute Doll on Spotify, and thank you for rating me 5 stars. I literally had the best day ever. And today is Monday, May 13th, 2024. And as you know, whenever you manifest, there's a delay sometimes, and your manifestations take a long time to roll. And today, all of the best things were just lined up for me, and I wanted to journal about it, but it would just get lost in one of my many moleskins of journals that I write so much, and I have so many notebooks. It would just get lost in the abyss of writing that I have. And I was like thinking, I'm like, podcast, just put it on your podcast. Just do a diary podcast episode. And I'm just like, I don't know. And then finally I just got one more sign, one more confirmation. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. As I was just doing something else, I just got a sign and I was like, okay, turn on the podcast. I'm gonna tell the story. I don't know if I should insert the first part, but I definitely want to tell the ending of the story. So the happy ending is that basically today I'm my highest eye level in Lost Ark right now is 1585. It's my Aeromancer, and I made 2 Akon raids, and every single person in my raid was over 1600 eye level, which is a really huge deal, okay? And I made that raid twice, okay? And then the next big thing that happened was that when I went to Circus on my sorceress, Cute Doll, who is currently 1548 eye level. I'm trying to get her like max. She's my main, and like, yeah, I'm trying to get her totally maxed, especially because she has like Descent on her right now. So I definitely want to get like all of the free honing items and everything, but it's just like taking me a little bit. But I literally made Circus, and I said to myself, like, I don't know why, I said, I know that Circus eye level is like in the mid 1400s to get in, like 1460, and I don't care, but I'm not going to accept any applications that are less than 1520. I don't know why I picked that number, but I put my room limit to 1520, and I just went and I was farming and trying to make my raid. I got like a couple of like fake applications, but then finally my friend that did like one of my first circuses with me, that like gave me I think that was my first bus like in Lost Ark, and that was the first time, and he joined my raid, and I was like, oh my god, you're back. This time I know how to do the raid. And then after he joined, he was like, I think he's like, I don't remember what eye level he is, but it's over 1600. And then a second guy joined that's 1610, and then a third support joined that was like 1550. And then we cleared, obviously really fast. I did all the side reels. I felt really happy. I lived for all of the gates, and I was just really happy. Today was really fun. Yeah, I just wanted to do a podcast about this one because I feel like, you know, sometimes with the delay with manifestations, you have to remember that you just have to really just keep going, because if I didn't try, I would not have had such like a really fun and wonderful day like I had today. And I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why, but, and this is horrible. Like, I should not say this, but like, I want my characters to be geared, but not like how I geared in Terra, where everything was like extremely perfect. Because I noticed that the more geared I have a character, the less I get to play it, because I cleared those raids really fast, and then I clear the dailies really fast, which is great. You know, it's great. But I spend the most time on my alts and the characters I'm working on. So strangely, even though I have a 1585, I spend less time on her than I do on Cute Doll, my sorceress, which I love this. I love that I get to spend so much time on my sorceress. So that's why she's kind of like in a sweet spot right now. That's why like I'm not really like rushing it on her. That's why I didn't like put the express on her. I know you don't understand like what I'm doing. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I just know I'm doing it the right way. The only thing I wish that when I get a con on my sorceress, that it's not difficult to clear, because I really need to clear a con on her in order to unlock a lot of the levels, a lot of the like free items during this event. But yeah, that's gonna be crazy for me. Like for me, Aeromancer, she's like really easy to use. She survives really well. She has high mobility, and she's really, really easy. But Sorceress, it gets tricky, because if you're really trying to like pound out the DPS, you can get caught in your skills, especially if you don't have high attack speed. But yeah, I'm just so glad I went with Igniter, because I knew in my heart, like right away, as soon as I started this game, when it first came out, I was like, I'm an Igniter sorceress. I knew. That's why I went Igniter. Like even before I was like doing, like this is like when the game came out. This is a long time ago. I knew I was Igniter. And I came back to the game and people keep telling me to go Reflux, and I'm like, no, it's Igniter. And I'm so happy that I stuck with it, because it's so rewarding and it's so amazing. Like it's the best one. And I get to practice my rotation all the time when I'm farming. And I know that I could use my Igniter more when I'm farming, when the bar is less, but it makes sense for me to practice filling up my bar fully, because that's just best practices for raids. So yeah, I'm just so overjoyed, and I'm just so happy. And I just wanted to share that, and I just wanted to let you know that, and mostly I just want to remember in the future that I had like such a happy day, because I know this is like, you're not supposed to say this, but I just know like there's going to be so much more happier days. But I just really wanted to remember this one. So yeah, follow for more.